Mia has Diggles, where have you been?
I've been around the world and I'm going again. I'm bone.
This is my buying a car outfit. Also, full disclosure, I haven't showered in like 2 days and it's sweaty hot outside, but desperate car shopping waits for no one. Oh my god, they have an Audi A3. That's so pretty. Very nice, I like you. I'm on my way to buy an overpriced beater. Yay! Suffice it to say that I've done my searching and researching online, as well as visiting dealerships after hours so as not to be bombarded by salesmen. Today is actually the first day that I'm going during hours to actually talk to salesmen and possibly buy a car. I need a second car and I need a beater. Hopefully I don't pay too much. We will see how today goes. My goal is to buy something between $5,000 and $10,000, hopefully less than $10,000. Again, it's just going to be my beater car, a second car that I just want to dump a bunch of miles on, not have to do a lot of upkeep or maintenance, just oil changes. So something Japanese. I've exhausted all of the big dealerships like Team Toyota, Honda, Volkswagen, all those, and they just seemed too overpriced with not a lot of selection on the lots. So I'm resorting to the tiny little dealerships that usually get all of their cars off of auction. Well, I'm going to check them out, drive them real fast. Hopefully they're not lemons, do all the proper checking, take you guys along, and we'll see if by the end of the day I have my second car. To give you guys a little bit more background on why I need a second car, what my current situation is, car-wise, commute-wise, also financially, I'm going to kick it to Studio Mia Has Diggles, who will probably offer a more composed and thoughtful explanation, hopefully. I have a 2004 Mitsubishi Galant that I bought in 2014 for about $6,000. It only has 198,000 miles on it. I thought I could drive it into the ground well over 200,000 miles, but it's had a bit of a steering column issue that I kind of messed up even more driving it in a snowbank and then trying to get it out of that snowbank, and I kind of cranked the wheel too many times too far, so it messed up the steering column even further and accelerated the issue to the point where now, fast forward to present day, the steering column's so bad that won't even turn the wheels. So to fix this thing, it's gonna take like $1,000 to $2,000 to fix the steering column, and it's not drivable as it is currently, so I think that's more than the car is worth, so I'm not willing to fix the steering column. So I need a new second car. 3 years ago, I bought a 2013 Audi S4. It's a 6-speed manual transmission. Now this is what I would call an affordable dream car. I bought it in cash as I don't like to have loans on literally anything except for a home mortgage. So as far as cars go, if I can't pay cash, I can't afford it. I have this nice, sporty, what I would consider my luxury car, my Audi. And then I have my daily driver, my Mitsubishi. Now, the Mitsubishi craps out on me at the worst possible time. I just started commuting to a new job. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna make a video about why I quit my job, why I started a new job. It's kind of a juicy story, so like and subscribe to keep tuned to that. But like I said, it was the worst time for me because now I'm actually commuting. I needed my daily driver and it crapped out on me. And on top of that, don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's a terrible time to be in the market for buying a car. At least in my searches and researching, all of the respectable dealerships are pretty much emptied out on the lots. There's a chip shortage, I guess, that's what I've been told, and they're pretty short on new vehicles, but they're even shorter on certified pre-owned used vehicles, and the ones that they do have are more overpriced than usual. The price range that I'm looking to spend on a daily driver or a beater car is significantly more than it used to be. I want you guys to see my experience in case you're in a similar situation. Maybe you can get some tips and tricks or kind of learn from my errors. But either way, let's get into it. All right, here I am at the first dealership of today, and I will show you guys what car I've been eyeing here. All right, it's this little Nissan Juke here. It's a 2014. It's got about 100,000 miles on it, and they haven't really put a price on it yet. I don't know, but when I called to check with them, they said it'd be around 14 grand, which is a little overpriced, and when I told you guys I wanted to spend between 5 and 10, it's a little over that, but as maybe you guys can see in there, it's a 6-speed manual transmission. This is a little too overpriced and a little too nice for a beater car. So although I'm really interested in it and I want it in my heart, I know logically I should not purchase something this expensive just because it's a manual transmission. But it's on the table. I wouldn't mind going to test drive it just for funsies. And if they were to take a few grand off, if they were to knock a couple to a few grand off, maybe I would. Maybe I'd go for it. I don't know. All right, so we're returning the Juke from a test drive. They had an automatic and a manual about the same year and mileage, so it was actually good to compare the two. I'll give you some more thoughts once I get into my own car, just because I'm parking it now and I don't want to be vlogging when they come back up to the car, but I have thoughts. But I'm going to park this now and then I'll check back in with you. Thoughts about the Juke. So as I mentioned, it was a 14 with about 100,000 miles on it, and it was a 6-speed manual. Took it for a test drive. It felt shaky. I always try to push them to 70 or 75 to see if there's any shaking that you would notice if it had been in a car accident. It did seem a little unstable and shaky as you let off the gas and also as you brake. I did hear from another Juke owner that the Jukes are known for being a little shaky on the handling if you're going too fast through a turn. So I didn't know if that was it or if I was being hypersensitive. So since they did have a manual version of practically the same car, it was a 2015 automatic with 100,000 miles. So I asked them if I could test drive that as well, and they let me, and that one had no shake to it going 70, 75. So I think the manual one was in an accident or something. Who knows what kind of damage it has to it. I don't know if it's just alignment or brakes or what. It is out of my price range. It is a little too nice to be my beater car. Plus, there might be something wrong with it, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass. I'm glad I test drove it and gave it a shot, but on to the next dealership. Alright, so we're here at the second dealership, and I'll show you the car I've been eyeing here. It's a little 2011 Volkswagen Jetta. They want $8,900 for it, and I believe it has 135,000 miles. Automatic, so nothing too exciting about it, but I won't know anything definitive until I get it on the road. Alright, I'm in the Jetta. I was about to test drive it. I got in the car. The key won't start the car. It says no fob detected, which I'm thinking is just a battery issue. The guy inside mentioned that it's been on the lot for 8 or 9 months and people have test driven it and no one really wanted to buy it. So the concern of this dealership for me is that a lot of the cars seem like they've been sitting here for a long time. None of them are clean. They seem like they have debris from months and months of sitting here, and 3 or 4 of the cars sitting here have flat tires, and a lot of them are low. Most every car has low tires, and 3 or 4 of them have flat tires. So I'm just concerned that these cars they got on auction, or most of them are lemons, and they're just sitting here. So I don't even know if I want to bother going inside and getting him to either replace the battery or give me the other key fob if he has one. I don't know. If he has one real quick, maybe I'll just go test drive it anyway. It's not looking good. Finally got the Jetta to start. It took a minute to recognize the key fob. I think it was just a battery. I think it just has a low battery. Then it had trouble starting. I don't know if, because it hasn't started in so long that the battery's weak or low or needs a jump, but finally got it started, got it on the road. The front left tire was so low that the car was pulling to the left, so it was hard to even get it up to a speed to notice if there were any problems. I'm not very impressed with that dealer to begin with, just because it's shadier than the first one I went to. A lot of the cars seem like they've been sitting forever. They don't even bother to air up their tires or clean their cars. It just seems like shady business overall. And as far as Jettas are concerned, they can be money pits if you haven't taken care of them properly and kept up on the maintenance. And who knows with this used Jetta, what the previous owners have done, what they've kept up with, what they haven't kept up with. I know I'm being picky with my beaters, but I also don't need a money pit. So moving on to, I think I have 2 more dealerships. I do want to try a Mitsubishi dealership I haven't been to yet. I know I said I visited all the big actual dealerships and didn't have any luck, but I haven't tried this one, so why not try it? And then I have one more smaller dealership Wish me luck. It's not going well so far, but it's fun at least, so let's get to it. Okay, so when I said Mitsubishi, I meant Mazda. I forgot which dealership was in this location, but it looks empty. Oh no, there's barely anything here. So you can see why I've been resorting to these small, crappy dealerships. I'm gonna take a walk around just in case. Alright, so all of their used vehicles here all look like SUVs, which is not my jam. I preferably want a sedan. And all of these look newer and more expensive. I don't know, let's just check out this Subaru for shits and gigs. How much do they want for this bad boy? 2014 Subaru Outback, $18,000. Yeah, that's what I feared. Ooh, there's a nice Beamer over here. That's gonna be way overpriced, or way out of my budget, I should say. $45,000, no big deal. All right, we got a little Mazda here. Not sure how much this one's going for. I would probably have to inquire within, but safe to say these are all a little bit newer and would probably be out of my price range. This is all the used cars they have on their lot. Everything else is new. On to the next one, guys. I don't know if this doesn't work out. I don't know what my next step is. Facebook Marketplace? Maybe. We'll see. Okay, made it here to the fourth dealership. They have a Maserati here, no big deal. This one already seems a little more promising. The lot's a little bit empty, but that might be a good sign. Can't help but seeing this Beamer right here. It's an '08, but the whole reason I came here is a Nissan Sentra, which I'm not seeing. I might have to ask them for. Here's a little Toyota Corolla. Wonder how much they want for that. I'm gonna go ask them about the Nissan Sentra I saw online here, and then if I find it, I will let you guys know. Oh my god, they have an Audi A3. Why do I keep looking at Audis and Beamers? I need to stop. I need to focus on beaters, but that's so pretty. I wish they had more information on them, but I guess it's a 2016. That's all the info they have. Very nice. I like you. All right, guys. So I'm test driving the BMW X3, I believe it was. Don't judge me. It's an '08. It has, I think it was 70 or 80,000 miles on it, and they only want $8,900 for it, which is great. It is a BMW, and the maintenance is going to be very expensive on it. They do still have the Nissan Sentra. They're just loaning it out to someone at the moment. It's not on the lot right now, but they'll give us a call once it is on the lot. I really want that Sentra. It's an '08 for $5,900, and it had low miles as well. But for now, I'll just test drive the BMW and I'll report back. Okay, guys, so after 4 dealerships, I drove some lemons, saw some too expensive, overpriced cars, but then on that 4th and final dealership, the Sentra wasn't there. It was so perfectly priced. They were loaning it out. I want to cry. They're going to call me back supposedly within 3 days, but there's a list of 5 people that also want to be called back on it. The price is perfect. They only want $5,900, I think. The real temptation was the '08 BMW X3 with only 84,000 miles that was in pristine condition and literally looked years and years newer than '08. Hopefully they just call me back on that Nissan Sentra and I can just be the first one to go snag it up. Either way, I hope you guys found this video helpful in some facet of your life, whether it just be entertainment or if you're car shopping yourself. Like this video to help a small YouTuber with their car shopping karma. Subscribe to help your own karma with car shopping in the future. And until next time, off I go.
Very well, thanks for dropping by. Off you go.